Dirty Sports Podcast. I said, welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast with Andy Ruther and Joe Praino. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Andy Ruther, coming to you live from Cincinnati, Ohio, with my co-host from Glendale, California, Joey No Chill Praino.
Hello, Andy.
Good evening.
Good evening to you as well.
A little late night.
Well, late night pod. Did we get any even messages? Where that pod at, fam? Or when?
Dude, I have not looked at Twitter today.
We have officially determined one thing today. And that is, it is not the lighting in the shed that causes MacBook cameras to be such fucking trash. Nor is it the fact that I have an old MacBook Air. Because today, I come to you live from a multi-million-dollar studio with a brand new MacBook Pro. And I look like shit. So we've by the process of elimination, we have determined it is not the quality of your lighting, nor is it the age or RAM speed of your computer.
So basically, what Joe's saying is, and I just did a quick Google and watched a split second of a video. Apple doesn't give a shit for some reason about the camera on their computers. I guess on their laptops, I should say. I think this is a laptop issue.
Because let's be honest, Andy, what did anything happen in the last, 5 years that would cause people to need to video chat with regularity? No, there's nothing. No sort of major world issue.
But it really,
everybody to work on Zoom and StreamYard and all this shit.
It's truly amazing. Like I was saying to you before the show, the camera is so good on the iPhone. And then you again, a brand new laptop, it's like you're stuck in 1995.
When I say 40 studio lights over here, which I guess I should talk about where I am.
Dude, where are you?
I'm in a bunker with one World War II era spotlight pointed at my face, which is why I look like this on an Apple camera. No, I am in actually Adam Carolla's, the Corolla One Studios in Glendale, California. I have today actually, and it doesn't air until Monday. I co-hosted the Adam Carolla show. Adam's daily podcast. It'll air Monday, like I said. I have co-hosted the show before. I've been a guest on the show before, but today was the first day that I co-hosted and executive produced the Adam Carolla show. I am the new executive producer of the Adam Carolla show, and I will be here, 4 days a week for the foreseeable future. If anybody here is a listener, if any of the dirtballs, and I know actually our good friend DJ Sizzle is a listener of the Adam Carolla show, but if anybody else is a listener of the Adam Carolla show, he lost his longtime executive producer to a new job, and that guy, Chris's last day was Tuesday, and today, my first day.
How do you feel?
Well, everybody's like, that sounds like a good job. I go, not as good as not having a job. Nothing's better than not having a job. In the words of the great A. Millie, fuck a job. Yes, it's not. It is not digging ditches. It is not hanging fucking shingles. It is not tar and roofs. It's not laying brick. But it is a job. Fuck a job.
Welcome to that world, man.
Yeah. No good. My girlfriend was like, "So you're an alcoholic now?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's why I stopped working in the first place. I cannot work and not pump alcohol directly into my veins the second I get home." And in my younger days, not even go home, go straight to happy hour. But actually today on the show, Andy, there was talk of the drunkenest moments of our lives. And so today the Kobe Bryant shot challenge got shouted out on the Adam Carolla show. He was like, "You're drunken on the road story." And I talked about the time I had to be dragged off stage in Tahoe. And then I was like, and then I segued into the Kobe story. And he's like, "Should have led with this 40 shots of."
Let me ask you this, though, about that. Do you think that was because you still walked? I walked you home, but you still walked home.
I say it all the
My
time.
point is, I don't know if that, there's no way that was as crazy as that sounds. I don't know if that was
Honestly,
your drunkest.
I don't think it's top 5.
Yeah, I agree.
And I said that on the show today. I said, "Eat before you drink, kids." It was as simple as that.
Yeah.
Eat before you drink. Don't mix. Because I also stayed whiskey,
Consistent.
with water in between and 2. And like you should have seen, Adam was like 40. And I was like, and then he's like pulling up how big shots are, how many ounces. I don't know. You took 40. I was like, you drank a bottle? And I was like, yeah. Sadly, I did. The things we do for the Dirty Sports Podcast.
I'm gonna have to go through that. Okay. That's next up. I'll be honest. That's gonna be the next Substack paid. I'm gonna have to go through it though. Yeah. Right. The Kobe Bryant shot challenge.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
you're
I
gonna
don't
have
know.
to go through that. You're gonna have to go through that.
I'll for sure go through it, but I don't know how that's gonna play out without the game in front of you. Will it even matter?
No way.
No, you don't think?
Also, the game is like you could easily sink the game. It's not like it's a 1986 regular season Jazz Sonics game. It's Kobe Bryant's last game. The full game exists on YouTube.
That would actually be tough for me if I had to think of my drunkest. Top 5, even top 3. Because I could never hold my booze well.
Yeah.
So when you're a lightweight, I think it's tougher because people who can hold it like you'll like really know. It had dude, you walked home.
Yeah. And there was times where we'd been together and I was a little more stumblier than that.
I agree. I mean, again, I gotta find that video of you in Houston in your bed and doing a weird accent. You were like, "Good." You. It was like almost Bill Cosby meets Shakespeare, like type. Like it was a weird. You were like the Whataburger's going to get
the Whataburger.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what. Nick and I were laughing. Nick D'Alessandro driving to Whataburger. Like, I don't know why he's speaking like this, but yeah. Well, the sound is great.
Sounds fantastic.
We just look, it just popped into the chat. Bless his heart, Nick D'Alessandro. I think that's what you
declare.
you had a line. I do declare.
Okay, so it was more like a Southern gentleman. That sounds like it was more of that kind of style, Andy. I do declare.
Oh man,
it sounds like you need to be going and getting me the Whataburger.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna have me a root beer shake there.
And then
Sounds like I'm a plantation owning gentleman.
that was what was the big hurricane that hit Houston? Harvey?
No, no, no. It was.
Did I just make up? Was there Hurricane Harvey?
I'm sure there was, yeah, but I don't think that was it. Hurricane. It wasn't. Was it Harvey? No.
What was the big hurricane that?
I feel like it was a lady name. No. Nancy. Julie.
It was Harvey.
It was.
Look at me.
Wow.
I was gonna say Nick caused a Hurricane Harvey number 2 when
Oh,
he
yeah.
showered the next day.
Remember Nick showering with the door open and then drying off with toilet paper? Why don't you use a towel?
What a trip. By the way, side note, speaking of Airbnb, are we out on Airbnb because of the fees? Are we out?
Yeah, Airbnb, it's gotten out of control.
Right?
Unfortunately, it's just hotels and Airbnb trading off terrible service. It just used to be, now they're just like one-upping each other. I went to Vegas recently, and I stayed at Harrah's, and I forgot toothpaste. And you call down, and they're like, if you need something, text your digital concierge. And then they always give it some fucking, name. Suzanne, the digital concierge. Everybody, I love that it's such a misogynistic world that every digital robot that helps you is still a woman. They're like, ask Siri or Alexa or Susan. Like, can I ask Tim? Maybe Tim can get something done.
What does that even mean, digital concierge?
It's just like a text, It's like, oh, I need this. I need more towels. And then they just write you, then it just gets forwarded to some fucking thing and whatever. So then I text them that I need toothpaste. And they literally text back, we do not provide that service any longer. Like, what does a hotel do if it doesn't bring you a mini toothpaste?
That's amazing.
Toothbrush.
That's amazing.
What do you do?
Well, we all just accept it like bitches. We do. We all just accept it. It's the same way with the airlines, right? We're going to take away this. We're going to charge you for this. And just keep moving the goalposts. We all just accept it like bitches.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even have toothpaste.
Just a mini crazy the one squeeze toothpaste.
Here's a crazy thought for you. And they said this would never change. Wow, this has changed. When I lived in Las Vegas, the idea of charging for parking was insane.
Yeah.
You know why they didn't? Because they got it. They said, dude, we don't care about charging you for parking. We want you to spend thousands of dollars on gambling.
Yeah.
And then I don't know when that changed, but that's I think that's still even a relatively new in the last 10-year thing that they started charging for the garages.
Yeah.
It's like, geez, guys, you're going to gouge us on gambling, on drinks, food, everything else. You want $20 to park at Harrah's now?
I'm glad Nick Dale's in the chat. Nick Dale needs to do something about my lighting here. It's unbelievable. It goes back to the same exact point, Andy. Remember back in the day, the fucking computers and the newest webcam you can get 25 pixel fucking better there. Now the MacBook's like, you want your fucking laptop to be thin? Get fucked.
But see, that's what's crazy to me is that it all boils down to the video that I was playing before we started the show. It boils down to people wanting their thin laptops, but it's like, dude, I could put on a little thicker laptop if the computer or if the screen
is it that much thicker than this, which has the best camera of all time? Like, what? How do you guys figure this out? Like, we could never figure out how to put that into a computer.
Well, maybe
Oh,
Steve
okay.
Jobs, like on his deathbed, he had something like, fuck everyone now that I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot make the cameras nice on the laptops ever. We are going to talk some sports.
Yeah.
I promise.
Let's do it right now. Since we last had our show, the Boston Celtics became world champions.
They did.
We didn't talk about that last episode, right?
No, because it was Monday night.
Yeah.
So they won. Jaylen Brown was the MVP.
That's right. Your boy.
Wow, it's my boy. I mean, a lot of people thought Tatum should have gotten it because he led the team in points, assists, rebounds. But I was like, okay, well, how much of this was also games that didn't matter or garbage time or
Yeah.
So that was somewhat controversial. But again, it's like we said last episode, it's like they trusted their process and it worked.
Yeah.
Unlike the Sixers.
Yeah. Although, I mean, they did the Kyrie thing and then they got off it.
Yeah.
But no, they absolutely they built around their young guys. And it filled in the holes. And they're gonna be a force to be reckoned with for a while. Because do I think that they win the championship next year? No, I don't. But at the same time, the East isn't strong enough where suddenly, the Celtics aren't going to be a 4 seed next year. Even in a like title hangover situation.
Yeah. And we talked about it. And for the Mavs, you kind of caught lightning in a bottle. And now you need to go back to the West, which sucks.
Yeah.
And that's just basically a gauntlet to get through every year.
Let me ask you something. I just said that do I think the Celtics will win it next year? I don't, but that's also, if you ask me who's going to win it next year, I don't have an answer for you, but that's the way it is in sports. Like, picking a team to repeat is a lot more reckless than saying, I'll take the field. So I'll take the field, but a little bit more of a broad question. Do you think the Mavs play in the Western Conference Finals next year?
No, I'll take the field. Just because it's hard.
I agree. Kind of a little bit of a Cinderella run for them, and then you got, it feels like the Luka team feels Dwight Howard on the Magic-ish.
Ooh,
It feels like who are some other teams? It feels like the Suns. I mean, remember just a couple of years ago the Suns were in? We haven't seen them back.
Well, they also won 60, 64, 66 games that year.
Yeah.
And now that coach got fired again. Which, by the way, fire me. $66 million to not work.
Yeah.
Can someone let me know what's going on in Detroit? I just haven't.
Fuck a job. Best gig ever.
I don't know why these guys would ever want to go back. Dude, if you paid me $66 million to not work. I mean, talk about a payout. But seriously, what the fuck is going on in Detroit? Side note, like, what's going on with the Pistons?
And then you're also going with this, like, we're gonna tank. Like, you can't tank and fire your coach.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, just let Dan Campbell do it. I don't have shit going on. I don't have shit else going on. I'll coach fucking basketball during the off season.
1, 2, 3, grid on 3.
Yeah. It's way easier to bite kneecaps when you're wearing shorts.
I'll tell you what, I'd watch Pistons games if Dan Campbell was coaching. I would. That'd be that gets some ratings up.
We're like, you know what the Pistons can do? Fans should stop going to games, and the Pistons fans like, fuck you guys. Fuck you. No.
Oh, by the way, I got a little theory here on the Pistons.
Okay.
Bro, they've been, and it's not right after they left, but it's real close. They basically sucked since they left the Palace.
Interesting.
I'm just saying, the last event there, last game was in April of 2017. The last event was a Bob Seger concert. Say a few months later. I'm just saying they have, so that was the 2017 season.
Mm-hmm.
They have sucked. I saw the stat, the last 5 years, so almost like directly after, they're in like the worst 5-year stretch all time. One of like the 3 worst 5-year stretches of all time, or 3 years. There's a 5-year stretch and there's a 3-year stretch.
Immediately following them leaving.
I don't know if it's immediately.
Right.
Let me just see. Pistons record by year. I bet it's pretty close. Okay, so then they had one decent year. Listen to their records. The first year out of the Palace, they went 41-41.
Okay.
So that was like a spot year. Since then, 20-46, 20-52, 23-59, 17-65, 14-68.
Jesus.
I'm just saying. The curse of the Palace.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying. I just, maybe the ghost of the Malice in the Palace. You got to stay there. I love how we're talking finals and then I just hijacked this to talk about the Detroit Pistons. And Praino's been hijacked. I don't know what's going on. Well, I'll tell you, you made fun of that computer, and then I don't know what happened. It's like, that's a bright light, dude.
Yeah,
are you getting interrogated?
I was trying, and I'm back. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare situation.
It's kind of like the Detroit Pistons. It's a nightmare situation. Okay, so I want to talk about the Celtics then.
Okay.
Celtics versus the field in the Eastern, representing the Eastern Conference in the finals next year. Not winning, representing.
I would say I give them a 50. I give them a 60% chance of being the representative.
So you're taking the Celtics over the field?
Well, I guess I'm taking them to represent them, but I think it's pretty close to a coin flip.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I tweeted at the Dirty Sports that the Knicks have a higher, a significantly higher chance of winning the NBA title than the Pacers. I know not enough people.
You've put me here again. I got to defend the Midwest.
You don't have to defend anything.
But I'm going to. I got to defend my fellow Midwesterners.
Okay.
I might have to say again. I'm not even saying I believe in this.
Okay.
That the Pacers go farther next year.
Now, do you also need the significant, like if we did bet on it, would you need the significantly greater odds that Vegas is giving the Pacers, or do you just want to bet straight up? Because just so you know, if we bet straight up, if you bet me that the Pacers go further than the Knicks, you're making a reckless value bet according to Vegas.
I know.
Okay. I just want to, I don't want to hear this like, oh no, I took the long shot, so I don't have to take the L.
I'm fully aware of this. And I think what I'd like to bet is if the Pacers go farther, you give me a $50 gift card to Applebee's.
Okay.
And if the Knicks go farther, I get you a $50 gift card to, do you want to have to be a New York place, an LA place?
Sure. New York. Yeah. Why about a New York place? You can give me a $50 gift card to fucking John's on Bleecker when I go home.
Okay. Perfect.
Great. Want to make $100 gift card? I could take somebody to dinner. No.
50 goes. Now you might need that in New York.
50 goes along. Yeah. 50 goes. You're going to get 3 2 for 20s, 2 for 20s and dessert on a
I might have equity in that local Applebee's. Like
yeah.
I might suddenly be a percentage owner, actually.
Yeah, you come in with a $50 gift card and they're like, the chosen one has arrived. The claw is our master.
There's an Applebee's. I think I should do a video for this. There's an Applebee's. I didn't realize this. I don't know how I didn't realize this. But in Northern Kentucky, that's where I go for the Trader Joe's. It's not too far from me. There's an Applebee's right next to a T.G.I. Fridays, basically. And I'm like, this is, talk about Spider-Man meme. And you're both in business? Oh, and see, look, I'm still old school. I call it T.G.I. It's not even T.G.I. It's just, I don't even know when
Fridays,
they changed.
Right?
I don't know when they changed it.
It's
to
just
Fridays.
Oh, I mean, 30 years ago? Like, no, I don't even think I think it's like 30 years ago. Like, I don't think it was TGI Fridays, like.
I'm going to look that
in
up.
the 2000s.
You don't think?
No, it's definitely in the 90s. That's my prediction.
Okay. I think you're going to be way off in this.
You think it's recent?
Can we just get a number here? Like, bro, you're not even close. In 2020.
No, that's not true.
They ditched T.G.I. from its name. Yeah.
I disagree with that.
You think you think the internet's wrong here?
Yeah. Like, we're talking about when was it, dude, when's the last time you saw TGI anywhere near a Fridays?
Dude, you're saying this is all wrong?
I'm going. Let's see.
Are you looking this up?
Yeah.
Then what am I reading?
Hold on, relax.
This is July 6, 2020. TGI Fridays, now Fridays, has been rebranded by London-based design studio Someone as it ventures into the home delivery market. This is in the middle of COVID 2020. That would make sense.
Yeah, but like, when's the last time you saw TGI anywhere near a Fridays?
I don't know what you're arguing. I'm reading multiple articles that are saying,
but it's like KFC, like KFC was KFC long before then. They were like, we're just KFC. You know what I mean? When they rebranded, like, we're KFC. Now they've like brought Kentucky Fried Chicken back. I'm just talking about, it used to be called TGI Fridays. And then forever, it was just like Fridays. Now, when did the move go, like a fish? But like, when's the last time you saw TGI like anywhere near the menu or the window or the door or the signage?
I couldn't tell you because I don't go to Fridays.
I mean, me either. But like,
that's my point.
Here's how I know is when I was in college at Lehigh, you go out to the fucking mall, the like Lehigh, the whatever the fuck it was mall, and it was already like, it was just Fridays. Like, come to Fridays. The menu said fucking Fridays.
It seems like the official branding happened in 2020.
Okay.
I mean, That's not a good sign, though. You know what's not a good sign? That we are debating this and still don't know. It says the rebranding didn't work, and also that nobody gave a shit.
Fridays is going out of business.
Yeah, it just nobody gave a shit. This is what happens when we do late night.
The famous, by the way, the famous Arby's in L.A.
I saw
going out of business. There was one in Santa Monica back in the day. That one went out of business forever ago.
I hit that one occasionally, but
Yeah, that was great.
the one that's going out was at Hollywood.
Yeah,
it had the original the cowboy hat.
Yeah,
which
there was a cowboy hat. You remember there was a cowboy hat in Santa Monica, right?
There was.
And then that went away like pretty quickly after I got here. All of a sudden, the hat was gone. I was like, man, that's so cool.
The one in Santa Monica was by the Wendy's, right?
Yes.
The current Wendy's.
Yeah. Was it the current Wendy's?
No.
No. It was a different location.
It's a different location.
Okay.
Okay, I'd say Arby's is underrated. A lot of people are going to disagree with me.
Love Arby's. Beef and cheddar. We've done this before. Before. Horsey sauce.
It used to be 2 for $5. Now it's 2 for $6. But I think it's not 2 for $7. I don't know what it is.
The onion bun. Onion
bun's legit.
Yeah.
My brother used to work at the Arby's here in Cincinnati in high school. He used to go, oh, God, he stunk like that fucking Arby's.
And they have pretty good
curly fries.
Curly fries. And I think they had pretty good chicken tenders, right?
Yeah,
they do chicken tenders.
They used to have them apple turnovers.
Turnovers. Fucking this guy going to Arby's getting the apple turnover. Who are you?
that used to be my move as a kid. I get a little beef and cheddar,
apple turnover,
them curly fries, and an apple turnover. Dude, I remember going to an Arby's. So my brother Elliot worked there. Literally, I'm not exaggerating. Fucking probably 30 plus years ago. I probably went, I don't know, at least 10 years after he, was way past working there. And I was with a buddy and he's like, you think we can get a hookup?
Yeah, 30 years ago, he was working at T.G.I. Fridays and then they became Fridays. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to Arby's.
My buddy was like, you think we get a hookup because your brother worked here? I was like, my brother worked here 10 plus years ago. I also don't think that's, dude, no lie. My buddy was like, you think we can get a hookup, man? Tell him like Elliot Ruther used to work here. I'm like, dude, he was like 15 in high school when he worked here.
Imagine going in and being like, hey, can I get a discount? And the kid's like, who works here? My brother. When did he work here? 96. Bro, I wasn't even alive in 96. That's crazy, dude. When your brother worked here, was the place across the street still called T.G.I. Fridays? That's fucking wild. My parents had told me about that shit.
Oh, man. That's hilarious. By the way, Stangel will not stop posting comments on YouTube about Fridays. My man is bringing up, and this is true. Remember when they had a branded, like a snack line in the stores?
Yeah. Do
they still have that?
I don't know, but they had it for years, and it was just fucking Fridays. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I think this whole Wikipedia rebrand shit.
I wasn't even looking at Wikipedia.
I know. Just somebody show me. Like, I want to see a picture of a restaurant. Like, are there digital pictures of a TGI Fridays? Anyway, thank goodness it's Thursday. That's what I'm saying. To get her done.
You're putting on the tinfoil hat about Friday's rebrand.
I'm just saying my memory is pretty shit, but I remember some shit. And I remember being at the Lehigh Valley Mall and seeing that shit just say Fridays. And I was like, and I actually remember having the conversation. The fuck, isn't it TGI Fridays? And they're like, nah, it's just like Fridays now. I'm like, what? This is this reminds me, we were talking about Vegas before. So one time I was in Vegas and I was at a blackjack table with some friends and waitress comes over And she's like, I think I've told this story on this podcast before. I'm going to tell it again anyway. And she was like, yeah, you boys want some drinks? I was like, yeah, I'll have a beer. She's like, what kind of beer you want? I was like, I'll have a Miller Lite. She's like, no, we don't have Miller Lite. I was like, okay, I'll have a Heineken. And then my buddy next to me, he was like, I'll have a Heineken. And then the guy next to him, it was like 4 of his table. He's like, yeah, Heineken, that's good. And then we get to my friend Mark, and he's like, I'll have a Coors Light. And she just walks off. And I remember in my head going, this motherfucker can have any beer he wants. He's getting Coors Light. What a fucking piece of trash. Like, what a fucking trash. And also, we're all doing the fucking Heineken. We could have gone across the board. Right?
Yeah.
So then the waitress comes back, and she's like, 3 Heinekens and a Coors Light. And he's like, yeah, I got a Heineken over here. I was like, what the excuse me? No, you don't. And he's like, yeah, I ordered a Heineken. I was like, no, you didn't. I was like, not only did you not order a Coors Light, I know for a fact you didn't order a Heineken, because when you ordered the Coors Light, I had an entire I'm sitting here, I missed a fucking splitting aces because I'm like, this motherfucker can get any beer in the world he wants, and he's getting a Coors Light. And he's like, no, I didn't order a Coors Light. I was like, this is lunacy. You just ordered a Coors Light not 5 minutes ago, and now you're literally just like recreating. And we almost came to blows. I was like, I know for a fact that you did, because I thought about it the second. This is how I know about T.G.I. Fridays, because I remember having the thought, why doesn't that sign say T.G.I. Fridays anymore? And my buddy was like, yeah, just call it Fridays now. I'm like,
well,
that's stupid.
I'm on another article debunking what you said. I mean, every article is saying 2020. Wait, there's over 86 restaurants in England? England's holding on to Fridays? No. So apparently Fridays, or were all these articles about the English? What if the English just dropped it later?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on here?
T.G.I. We love the T.G.I. It's our favorite part. I fucking love the T.G.I. Are you kidding me? You just go on Fridays. So all the days, it's not about the day of the week, mate. It's about thanking God that it is that day of the week.
You know how this is how we know how shitty.
Mate, you just can't call something fucking Tuesdays. It's fucking, thank God it is fucking Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
This is how we know food is so terrible in the UK that they think like they're keeping TGI Fridays in business.
Yeah.
You know, like their food's so shitty. Fridays is like a delicacy over there. Like that's how bad the food is.
Mate, Monday fucking sucked. Tuesday, worst day of the week. Wednesday, fucking hump my wife day.
Is this a Beatles song?
Thursday. No, thank the Queen. It's fucking Friday.
But this could have been a nice Beatles jam back in the day. So the Lakers are hiring JJ Redick.
It's official.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see that.
Right? Or am I crazy?
You called this like 4 times at this point.
No. I have not called this 4 times.
Report Lakers to name.
I mean, we trust the AP?
I don't know.
AP source says.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I like this, actually. I kind of like this.
I don't.
I don't love it, but I kind of like it. The only part about it I don't like is from JJ's standpoint, which is it just seems so. Can you go back to like, if you fail at this, you really can't go back to your other job. I mean, I guess you could. Mark Jackson did, and Jeff Van Gundy did, but like they didn't go.
But let me ask this: why do you want that job if you have 2 successful podcasts and a
That's what I.
broadcasting
That's what
career.
I'm saying.
Why do you want that job? The stress.
I don't get it. I just love being around the game. I love competing.
But he is. That's the point. He is around the game with his
He's not
other jobs.
competing.
Is he really competing as the coach?
I don't know.
Just saying. It's different.
That's what he's going to say in his press conference.
I don't like these guys. Who of these guys have worked out with no coaching experience? Can you think of one off the top of your head?
Let's see.
They just plug them right into the head coaching position.
Yeah.
I mean, is it Steve Nash 2.0?
Probably, because the Lakers aren't like they're not poised to be very good.
And that's the point. They're not. It's like the Brooklyn situation with Nash, and also, dude, this isn't. The Charlotte Hornets are gonna do a reach because it's Charlotte. What do they got to lose? It's the fucking Lakers, man.
Yeah.
So exactly, you're gonna have the spotlight on you, and it's not like you got a great squad. The whole thing's weird.
I mean, he
hosts a podcast with LeBron, and now he's gonna be his head coach.
It is very weird.
That's weird to me.
Yeah. Supposedly, LeBron really wanted Hurley. Supposedly, I know there's a whole thing about LeBron's a liar or whatever, but Hurley also said that, right? Didn't Hurley say LeBron? He had been in conversations with LeBron and that the Lakers just couldn't meet his number. So it is weird. I mean, obviously LeBron respects J.J. Redick's understanding of the game because they break it down together. But unless you're making some mega move, the Lakers, the declining LeBron, the Anthony Davis, game on, game off, week on, week off, like the inconsistency of Anthony, like you're not a championship team in the end of the LeBron era unless you have a major move. And what's even weird about it, not that I think that they were thinking about doing it in any regard, but obviously you're not moving LeBron now.
Yeah.
That was, I guess, like an option. I mean, I guess if you're an NBA team, though, can you, like, no one's trading LeBron. But the NBA is so crazy these days. I'm like, it's not unreasonable to think you would trade LeBron.
They're not trading LeBron.
Well, now they're not, clearly.
Again, if you're JJ Redick, it's literally like you got to win a title or you're a failure, man. I mean, that's kind of the case. I just don't know why you take this gig. I mean, was it that bad to work with Doris Burke? I mean,
Yeah.
was she that bad? So what does ESPN do?
Hand down, man down.
They need to do something. That trio just didn't work. Obviously, they're going to have to do something now, but I'm saying
it was, we've been talking about it. It's like you don't have to add a third, but at the same time, you need a player. You need a player in there. It can't be Breen and Doris Burke, that's for sure.
Yeah. Patrick Beverly. Just get some lunatic. Gilbert Arenas. Meta World Peace.
Yeah.
Would you be more prone to watch a broadcast with Mike Breen
and Meta World Peace
and Doris Burke? Yeah. I would.
Then what? Then Mike Breen and Doris Burke?
Yeah, without doubt.
Yeah. Doris Burke was deferring to JJ Redick a lot. Can you imagine her? Imagine how much you would defer to a guy they eat her face.
I've said this. I know a girl who banged him.
Meta World Peace.
Oh yeah,
Was he Ron Artest then?
yeah. He was Ron Artest then.
Yeah.
Sex probably wasn't as good.
No.
When he turned into Meta World Peace, he said, "May peace be with you," and then he busted a nut. That's how he did it. Can I share something that's just so juvenile? And I thought of Dirty Sports, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
At Isla's daycare, it says, there's a big sign on the front door. It says, nut-free zone. And every time I see it, I think about the guy going, what about the nut?
That's amazing.
Every time I drop her off at daycare, there's a picture of like a giant peanut, and it says like, this is a nut-free zone. And I'm like, am I the only dad where my head goes to busting a nut? And then, but specifically, obviously, Dirty Sports, the what about the nut?
That's amazing. What about the nut?
And obviously, I can't like take a picture of it because they'll be like, "There's cameras everywhere." I'm like, "Wait, why are you taking a picture?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's a bust in the nut joke." And they're gonna be like, "Okay, your kid doesn't go here anymore." like I don't know what you're doing, but I think about that every time I drop her off.
Speaking of no nut, and I don't know if this is true. I've got to confirm. I wanted to confirm it on the show today, but I didn't have the opportunity. So there was all this talk yesterday here or Tuesday at the job of like, new guy, you better learn the bathroom rules real quick. And I was like, the bathroom rules, right? So then somebody literally forwarded me the bathroom rules for here at the Adam Carolla show. Can I read you the bathroom etiquette? Number 1, peepees. Go about your business. Men, try your best to keep it in the urinal. Number 2, poopies. Door ajar and fart fan on. Do not close door. Now, at first, I thought that was you got to shit with the door open, but I think that means after the fact, right? So,
Yeah.
fan on, door open. Empty toilet paper roll, please replace. They're in the closet. Double check your trash. Make sure it makes it into the trash. And then the last one, this is the confusing one. This is the one that no nut or nut-free zone. No TCB in work bathrooms. And I was like, what the fuck is TCB? So then I Googled TCB, and it's an acronym for taking care of business. And I'm like, is that telling me not to jack off in the bathrooms? Is that what this is about?
100% it is.
That's what it's about?
It's about, yeah, no masturbating.
This isn't this isn't the World Trade Center. This isn't a big corp. There's like 4, 5 people, 8 people that work here. Who's jacking off in an 8-person office in the 2 bathroom stalls?
Well, apparently somebody did.
I have to get to the bottom of this on my new show.
You want me to steal that sign from her daycare, the no nut free zone? And
yeah, I need a nut free zone sign. I don't think we need a no TCB on the list of rules.
Oh, somebody just left in the comments. Is this true? No touching cock or balls?
No TCB, no touching cock or balls. What does that even mean? You can't touch your cock when you take a piss?
I mean, have you asked them?
No, that's what I'm saying. I was like,
why don't you ask?
The initials TCB stand for taking care of business. So this is what I'm saying. No, I haven't asked because it just came up like get yourself acclimated with the rules. And I'm like, okay. I'm not gonna jack like also only dudes work here. So who am I jacking off to? Can you imagine jacking off to like with 75 man show posters around you?
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know where.
But that begs the question, if I can't do it here, what about the nut?
That might be one of the best lines of the history of lines. I mean, as far as podcast lines go,
Was that actually on that podcast? Did somebody say that?
yeah.
Or is that on our podcast?
No, he's asking the girl
Yeah.
who had the train run on her by the Phoenix Suns players. He said, "What about the nut?" I mean, it's. I don't know, but I wonder if JJ Redick is gonna be getting emails like that about the Lakers locker room and the Lakers bathrooms. I doubt it. He probably can do what he wants back there. You know what it is? I just thought about it.
Yeah.
It's the celebrity of it, Joe. Let's be honest. It's LA, dude. Your celebrity status. You're the coach of the Lakers. I mean, it's a status thing. It's got to be.
But then the status, like, isn't it immediately like, isn't it just like that much further to fall if you just like wash out?
Yeah, exactly.
You could just go coach Milwaukee and then like not coach Milwaukee and like no one really talks about it. But if you go to the Lakers and then you get fired from Lakers, like do you go from not coaching at all to the Lakers? What's the over under on JJ Redick years?
I'll set it 2.5.
2.5. All-Star break 2027.
Yeah. I mean, how many coaches? So they fired Frank Vogel and then Darvin Ham took over. They've already had two coaches since their title in 2020.
The Lakers locker room also apparently had no taking care of business area.
I said it 2.5.
Okay.
I think that's a good line. I'd lean towards the under.
I said 4, so I guess I'm leaning toward the over. But it just feels like, here's the reason. It feels like LeBron, is this LeBron's last year?
Well, that's my point. LeBron's his safety valve when LeBron retires.
Yeah, but then also they're going to be like, oh, we didn't hire him just to like be LeBron. But like, do they give him another year after LeBron? But if LeBron leaves and he's still trash. But also, I like that we're just deciding he's going to be trash. Like, maybe he'll be a great coach. I like the podcast with him and LeBron. I think he does know basketball. I'm not necessarily thinking it doesn't work out. It could very well work out. But my question is, so much potential downside. And what is the upside? Like making almost as much as you made doing your podcast, making a little bit more. Just feels like there's so much more job security in pretending you could coach basketball.
Yeah. I mean,
like Brad Pitt probably got $15 million to pretend to fight dudes in Fight Club. If he fought a dude in a parking garage for half as much money, way less upside.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, obviously, JJ, I'm hopeful. I kind of like JJ Redick.
Yeah, it's not that I don't. It's not that I dislike him at all.
Yeah.
I just am like, I just don't know why you want that, dude. You're on TV. You're on podcasts. There's no fucking pressure.
Yeah,
no pressure. Did you see this Hard Knocks announcement?
No. Did they announce the team?
Oh, they've known the team.
Oh, we
for
do
a
the
while.
Bears. We have the Bears. This is the second episode in a row. I forgot it's the Bears. I can't remember what happened last episode, but I can tell you that in 1998 at the Lehigh Valley Mall, they took the T.G.I off the fucking sign. And Mark Rampola ordered the Coors Light.
You know, the in-season Hard Knocks, like last year was the Cardinals.
You can't do this to me. I can't keep up with all that shit.
Why can't I think it was the Cardinals? Was the Cardinals or the Colts?
It was the
Cardinals. It was the Colts the year before.
2 years ago, it was the Colts. 2 years ago, it was the Cardinals, I think Cardinals were first.
No, I think Cardinals were last year.
Okay. Who cares? Go ahead.
I think Brady did. Hey, were the Cardinals on Hard Knocks last year?
I love he's checking with his wife.
No, wasn't it the year before?
Okay, well,
Cliff
that
Kingsbury.
it wasn't because she said Cliff King. She watches that stuff.
All right.
Cliff Kingsbury was still there. So I don't know who it was last year.
Right. Cliff Kingsbury was still there. I completely agree.
Dolphins.
She said it was the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Hey, Brittany, you want to host the rest of the show? Because I don't know shit. Okay, so she wants to talk about more Rory McIlroy. Okay, your mic shut off.
What did you want to talk about Rory
McIlroy.
McIlroy for?
The
Can we get a Brittany appearance?
She won't come on. Why don't you come on the show? She's making a balloon arch.
Yeah, well, she should take a break from making a balloon arch and just pop her
Bro,
head.
she has realistically been planning a baby shower for 6 months. That is true.
The fans are chanting Brittany.
Yeah.
Tell her that.
She won't come on. Brady, why don't you come on the show? She won't. Well, regardless, what I was getting to was
My girlfriend is in the other room, and I'm going to make her come in for a sec. I'm texting her now to come in, and this is going to be what lures Brittany up.
you're not going to get her on.
Tell Brittany that my girlfriend is about to. I'm making my girlfriend leave the other room to come on just to pop her head in.
Praino's girlfriend's going to pop on. Did you hear that?
No.
Brittany said, oh, she's not. She's like, she's probably hair and makeup ready.
Can you just pop on and dip your head in and say hello to everybody? Dip your head in and look for us. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, Charlotte.
Because we're trying to get. We have no proof of life that Andy's girlfriend exists, and I was like, what if I have Charlotte come on? Will that lure Brittany out?
And what if she doesn't want to?
She doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to.
Harassed by dirtballs.
But thank you for popping on. Look at you dip in here again.
I'm afraid for my DMs.
Okay, bye. No sign of your friend yet?
Not yet.
All right. Well, those yoga pants look great.
I'll look at the comments are great. Legendary episode. Wake up Isla. like we're just wake up Isla, bring her on instead. What was I getting to? Oh. They're gonna do the whole AFC North.
No, in season?
You didn't see this?
No. What?
They're doing the entire AFC North.
Wow, that's exciting for you.
The last 6 weeks. Just the last 6 weeks because of playoffs.
Did you?
It wasn't the Jets in season. It was Brittany. Jesus.
Brittany. Did you watch Lost?
I not really.
Okay, there's a scene in Lost where one of the guys, spoiler for a 10-year-old, 20-year-old ABC show. There's a scene where one of the guys drowns inside a boat, and you watch him drown. That's Justin Wood in a room full of his own jizz when he found out that the AFC North was going to be on in-season Hard Knocks. The room just filled with jizz, and he was at the window, not Penny's boat.
So there was a lot of nut going on there. What about the nut? It all went to Justin.
They were like, this is a nut-free zone. He's like, this is an anything but nut zone. Free zone.
So they're doing the last 6 weeks. Like they're only doing the last 6 weeks. I don't know how it's going to work. I've looked. Like they haven't really said all 4 teams. And the NFL pitch was last year was the first time ever that all 4 teams in one division had a winning record. So we're gonna start there with the best division. And everybody's saying, and they're probably right. Everybody's saying, well, shit, this was all planned because I haven't looked. I'm gonna pull it up now. They said the Steelers' schedule the last 6 weeks is just fucking brutal. And they're like, yeah, that was set up that way because of hard. Yeah. So this is the Steelers' schedule the last 6 weeks. It goes at Bengals, Browns, at Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals.
Jeez.
So what they're going to do is they're going to follow along the AFC North the last 6 weeks, all the teams, all of them. And then throughout the playoffs, whoever wins the division.
Wow. And I guess there's a chance multiple teams make the playoffs.
Yeah, or is that it? Or do they follow all the teams who are still alive?
Yeah.
I think that's it. All the teams are still alive. Which I'll be honest, it's smart. I haven't watched the in-season ones. Have you?
No.
I haven't watched any of them.
No, me either.
So, and I don't know how they're going to do that. They're going to be like, oh, we're here at Steelers camp. Oh, we're here, although in season, that's a bold move by the Bengals. They're going to be like, well, another shower doesn't work.
Yeah.
The Bengals just beat the Ravens 24-21, and Burrow's out here with a hose and washing himself off after the game at Paycor Stadium. I just think how he's about Justin. Oh, unbelievable.
Just the water rising. Are you in a car wash?
You see, here's the thing. Here's the thing this year, and I'm sure he's like this. I know he is. Every single Bengals fan, it's like the most make or break year ever for them, which is like, you know how the sports are. It's like, but it's this year. It's like, it's our last year with T. It's our last year with Jamar. It's all these guys. It's our last year. Like, we have to win the Super Bowl. Which is like, there's only one winner, that's a lot of pressure.
Absolutely.
We haven't even talked about Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, that's right. It's unbelievable. I was actually just talking about it with my girlfriend last night. That, like, I don't even understand. Obviously, what's his name? You got fucking. You've seen the picture of fucking Mark Davis's girlfriend, right?
They said that's not really his girlfriend.
Oh, really?
That's what that's what they're saying.
Okay. Well, like, Bill Belichick's in his 70s.
Bro, he's 72. He's 48 years older. I've read. I mean,
it just like,
it's insane.
You're just a hooker.
Do you know the story?
You're a hooker.
Do you know the story?
They met on an airplane.
Bro, they met. The story goes, I'm looking at an article yesterday from the Daily Mail with all these pictures. She's a child. Like they're about to go on his boat. She's not like she's like a 24. I look like I could be 16, 24.
I know. Do you you're not, have you been on TikTok a little bit more now that the Andy Ruther show exists? You play around on there a little bit more?
I haven't, to be honest.
Do you know about Hawk Tuah girl?
I've seen that. Who's that girl?
So she was.
I've heard about it.
This is a trend now where dudes. It's a decades old Venice boardwalk trend that's now everywhere. Where people go, where people go just like on the street, do like man on the street conversations, and
Okay.
a classic Venice Beach, just catching wild shit on camera. I think this dude's in Nashville, and he's asking girls about their sex life or whatever, and she's just like, he's like, how do you keep a man or whatever, and she's like, you got to Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing, and the internet goes crazy, because now no one can find her. And it's like, oh yeah, because like you woke up the next day and you're like, my dad is gonna see that I spit on dudes' dicks. Like I've gone viral for spitting on dick. So she's probably embarrassed as fuck because she's like, I don't want my dad to know I'm a fucking hooah. Meanwhile, Bill Belichick's girlfriend is like, Dad, I'm a fucking hooker. I suck old dudes' dicks for cash. Straight cash, homie. Hawk Tuah and spit on that old, wrinkly, fucking cut off sweatpants fucking balls.
All right, so
Bill Belichick's dick and balls must look like a deflated football from fucking the Tom Brady era.
So is this chick?
Yeah.
You gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me? You gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
Even her friend is like, God damn, girl.
You gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
So now no one can find her.
Okay, so it's funny you said, because that's what I've thought. I'm like, okay, there's a few things here. I think the first thing, I think now that I have a daughter, this is like worst case scenario for a dad.
This is the worst thing ever.
Like that's the first thing I thought of. Like
Isla, get down here.
He's 72. She's 24. And the story, dude, this is the story. I mean, it's the two first met on a 2021 flight from Boston to Florida, where Belichick reportedly struck up a conversation about the book she was reading.
Justin just joined the chat, by the way. I wonder if hey Justin, scroll back about 7 minutes.
So he autographed her deductive logic textbook. She was 21.
Yeah.
And
that's
I don't know if you know
grooming.
This leaked this week. This video, the video of him leaving, was her place.
Yeah.
I'm saying this video has been out there.
Yeah.
This was her place.
Wow. That was months ago.
Months ago.
Yeah.
You know they've reportedly been dating for a while?
That's crazy.
Did you know this?
No.
So you got to read this article. According to this article, according to everybody now, they've been dating since 2022. She was showing up to Pats games. How they keep the secret the last 2 years.
Okay, so he's been dating her. Okay. So he's been dating her for a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why? How is the Ring camera footage out there? What? Where is what? Why are you leaving your girlfriend's house without a shirt on?
I mean, there's a lot of questions.
When the night I met my lovely girlfriend who just made her first Dirty Sports appearance, we got fucked up. And I left her house the next day. And I had my fucking shirt on. I was banged up, but I could put my shirt on before I left.
Yeah.
Why is he leaving without a shirt? Why is he leaving his girlfriend's house in the morning like he's like a stray cat?
Bro, I'm just going to pull
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The fact that this video was not referenced during the Tom Brady roast is ludicrous. The
I
ring
thought Brady
camera video.
referenced it. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Brady
it was well, no, but I'm saying the joke that was left on the table was like the Burt Kreischer. That's every Burt Kreischer set. It's just him stumbling around shirtless.
Bro, he looks in this photo. She looks like the granddaughter of the grandfather who's annoyed that grandpa's taking me out on his yacht today and I want to be doing something with my friends. Look.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. Look, it's grandpa's lugging everything. I'm going to look at Instagram.
Get on the fucking boat.
I mean, this is insane. It looks like he's 15 here. How'd they get a hold of that ring cam footage?
And also, who's like, but why is he going out to get that fucking paper? What is he doing?
I'll tell you what. She went Hawk Tuah on that 72-year-old dick, and
Yeah.
he had left her. Dude, it's insane.
He went Hawk Tuah on that thing because he chews tobacco like an old-timey fucking railroad conductor because he's 72.
It's crazy.
The internet didn't exist when he was born. Punch button telephones didn't exist when he was born, dude. This motherfucker was going like this. He called his first girlfriend like this.
He was born in 1952.
His first girlfriend, he was like, I'm gonna call my girlfriend on the fucking phone.
I mean, what was going on then? Like, he was born during the Korean
He didn't
War?
even call his first girlfriend like this. He called his first girlfriend like this. Can you connect me to the Simpson home over on Wayfair Drive? Had fucking
Yeah.
hello? Can you hear me?
My thing is like I look, we all understand the younger girl with the older guy. Like that's as old as time, right? That's nothing new. But like, you've been dating for 2 years. This isn't like, oh, I fucked some girl. This is what are you talking? You're going on a yacht. What are you guys talking about? Did you follow this? He was showing up to her cheerleader routines. And
unbelievable. It's the creepiest creepy old man shit I've ever heard in my whole life.
Bro, he had like vested interest in her cheerleading routines.
And they're just like, who's the Unabomber? What? The guy standing alone in the corner with the hoodie on. Hey, can whoever's grandfather that is, can you tell whoever's grandfather that is that we have a strict no TCB in the cheerleader bathroom rule?
Yeah, man, this is.
Hey, Susie, your grandfather's rubbing one out in the locker room. That's my boyfriend. What?
This is like the worst. This is like the worst day for her, or like the worst couple of years for her dad ever. So this is where they're at in the boat. They're holidaying with Belichick's son Brian, who was a coach,
who's 14 years older than her. He's probably He's probably 20 years older than her.
So it says they're holidaying with Belichick's son Brian, his wife Callie, and their young child, who probably could be like this chick's sister.
Yeah,
bro. I mean, it's just, it's all just so insane. Like I keep saying, is this real? I mean, I just can't get over this as I'm scrolling through. She competed in this year's Miss. She was a runner-up.
Hey, Billy, you want that Hawk Tuah? And he's like AJ Hawk and Tyler Voa. What are we talking about? The Dolphins QB and AJ Hawk? No, stupid. You know the Hawk Tuah. No, I know Tua. It's good. We kick his ass every time we play him.
Belichick was spotted rooting her on at a cheerleading competition in March. The couple kept in touch after the airline meetup, after they met on airline, discussing. She went to Bridgewater State University. I don't know what the fuck that is. The former Bridgewater State University's schoolwork and cheerleading routines. What? Hudson is even understood to have helped Belichick with his business endeavors. Let me ask you this though, like seriously, especially the age we live in. I would assume, would this not put him in jeopardy of like the Manning cast?
I mean, she's an adult, I guess.
No. By the way, I'm not saying he should. I'm not making a stance as far as that's concerned. I'm just like, people are like, yo, dude, like when Hugh Hefner does it, it's like, it's Hugh Hefner.
Listen, I love the Manning cast. You know that about me. I love Eli Manning more than I love my own brother. I like Peyton Manning a whole fucking hell of a lot, right? They had Ray Lewis on. I think they had Ray Lewis on the same. Like, remember there was one episode where they had like
Mike Vick, Ray Lewis,
and OJ. They were like, take one step forward if you haven't murdered anybody. And they're like, not so fast, everyone.
Well, the team sucked the last 2 years. I mean, let's be honest. They've sucked. Because he's eating too many Hawk Tuahs in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He's breaking that rule.
Can you imagine him with his cokehead fucking son?
Steve,
with the
Steve.
mullet. Just fucking trolling for girls in Lowell, Mass. Hey, Dad, I heard this is where the Bridgewater State sorority girls hang out. Good. Take your shirt off, Steve.
Remember how Steve always does this?
Yeah.
You know we got to get on. We'll have a. Speaking of like girls, and we got to get on Ryan Klotz about the Oilers girl.
What's going on? That did somebody win the cup? By the way.
Yeah. What happened?
Anybody win that cup?
What's going on with the cup? Florida leads 3-2.
Who does?
Florida
leads 3-2.
Game 6 is tomorrow.
Wow.
In Edmonton.
Let's go.
Did you know about the Oilers girl who showed her tits, right?
Yeah, of course.
Man, I got an uphill battle, man. This is what parenting's gonna be all about.
Yeah.
Like, and what do I have to stand on? It's like, Dad, I know what you did. There's pictures of you in a thong and, showing your dick all the time. It's like, I mean, I can't say much to that. Yeah, well.
Dad. Yeah, Isla. Timmy, he's been searching the internet for podcasts. Uh-huh. Why would you let a Mexican grandmother shit on your dick? Go to your room.
So Justin is calling. This is hilarious. Justin is confirming, by the way, story. The new Anna Nicole Smith.
The new school Anna Nicole Smith? Who? Oh,
Bill
the chick?
Belichick's girl.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not to that level. That guy was
not the Anna Nicole Smith was like, how old was Anna Nicole Smith then? Like, Anna Nicole Smith was in her. Like, you think she was like late 30s when she died?
Well, she met that.
She was 40 when she died.
That guy was in a wheelchair. I think he was in his 90s.
Yeah.
There's a name I haven't heard for a while. It's just so creepy because she looks so young.
Yeah. And Nicole Smith is like a drugged out 30 something. This girl's like a 24-year-old. Like, he signed my yearbook.
Yeah.
You have a different pen. She's like, nope, just the Miss Kitty, the Hello Kitty one. All right, fine.
Hey, what are they talking? Dude, you're on a boat. I like just that trip. What are you guys talking about?
Is your boat called Vi Rings?
You remember?
No,
I
that's those are Roman numerals. What?
Do you remember that girl? You probably don't remember because it was like right around COVID. It was during COVID when COVID started. I was like messing with some girl, like beginning of COVID. She was like 20 years. She was like, no, she was like 21. And I was, let's see here, I was like 39, 38, 39. And I just remember like it only lasted a few times because I was like, I just can't. That's 21 and 38. Because like she'd come over, spend the night, whatever, do our thing. I remember one time I was making breakfast and she's in my ear about social media and brand growing, and I was just like, I can't deal with this. And like, why aren't you on Facebook? Like, it's another platform. And I'm just like, I like we have nothing. We have nothing in common. We have nothing in common. That's a 21-year-old and a 30.
Like, okay. So you like don't want me to spit on it or whatever? Like if I can be that way, I guess.
I'm fascinated to talk to a girl. They haven't found her.
No, the only thing I've seen, there was one girl that looked kind of like her that seemed like maybe, and this would be crazy because it seems like she had to be hiding because she was embarrassed or whatever. But then there was some girl kind of looked like her who was selling Hawk Tuah hats, and I was like, she wouldn't lay low just come out and fucking sell merch, right?
No. She's trapped. Like her dad handcuffed her in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. like there's some like Pulp Fiction basement situation going on. You're not leaving.
She's like, sorry, Barbara, I can't come out. My dad locked me to the radiator in the basement. And Barbara's like, are you kidding? We're going out on Bill's boat.
That was Nashville?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Praino. That's a good.
Who's
good way
Bill?
to-
My boyfriend. We're
that
going
was a
out.
good way-
Do you want to double date with me and Bill and Pat Summerall?
Pat Summerall. You guys been dead for like fucking 15 years.
Bill's got a friend I think you'd like. Yeah, what's his name? Chris Berman or something? They call him like Boomer.
How often do you think they're having sex?
Probably all the time.
I kind of want to know.
Probably while he sucks at coaching now. Get yourself a haggard ass wife. That's how you become a good coach. You ever seen Tom Coughlin's wife? Tom Coughlin's wife's like 96. Tom Coughlin's married to Barbara Bush. That's
You
why
know
he.
what?
That's why he beats Belichick in Super Bowls. He's married to Methuselah.
Oh my God.
Pull
By
that
the way,
up.
before we get out of here, rest in peace, Willie Mays.
Oh my God, we forgot to talk about that. Jesus Christ, Andy.
I don't know. What's the
Greatest living baseball player. Here's a great question.
we can't answer this. We didn't know. This is before our time.
No, we can't statistically. But this isn't. That's not the question. Because he's dead now, so he can't be the greatest living baseball player because he's dead. Who is the greatest living baseball player?
It was Bonds before. It was Bonds now.
Not yeah, okay. Besides Barry Bonds. Not Barry Bonds. Non-Bonds greatest living baseball player. I think
Albert Pujols?
it might be A-Rod. Might be A-Rod. Might be Ricky Henderson.
I just am getting visions of seeing A-Rod in that suit and look like he just got out of fucking a tanning salon during that Wolves series, the last series. I'm just like, A-Rod. You go A-Rod over Pujols?
Yeah, I think so. Defensively and whatever. And also they ran him out of town early as opposed to Pujols, so they let stick around. A-Rod, if you just like, just be a DH and fucking be on the Marlins for 5 years or whatever, they would have hit fucking 150 more homers.
Really interesting career ends for both Bonds and A-Rod.
Yeah.
Like where they still had a bunch of juice in them, literally. I'll be honest, I didn't even know Willie Mays was still alive.
There's a great Willie Mays doc. I think it might be on HBO Max. It's really good. Say Hey. I think it might be called Say Hey.
Now it's the Say Hawk Tuah kid.
Yeah.
Well, give us a ring.
Crypto rant coming into the comments. Willie made that one catch to put a dagger on the Indians. No one gives a like, dude, the Indians. That even really happening against him? Like who?
Fuck that guy, but big respect as well. That's a savage.
Savage.
Crypto's insane.
Yeah.
All
right. Is that it?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
We were like the Celtics won the championship. Bill Belichick's fucking a chick. Justin just covered himself in jizz over the AFC North. Anyway, what else you guys want to talk about?
Look, man, it's 10:30. I told Joe.
That's great. No, all good. Because I'm still in Glendale. I still got to drive home to Port Hueneme, California. Now there shouldn't be traffic right now, but god damn, it's a long way home still.
Yeah, you got to drive. I
stuck around just to hang with you and do this.
Appreciate it. 310-359-8365. That's our hotline. Give us a ring.
You can follow me at Joe Praino on all social media. Go to my Instagram page right now. Go to my bio. Click on the link tree. July 11th, I will be at Olson Run in Eugene, Oregon. I will be July 19th at Laugh It Up in Poughkeepsie, New York. July 26th, 27th, 28th, I will be in Yonkers at Yonkers Comedy Club. Subscribe to us on Substack. This is a free episode. If you listened all the way through, you can subscribe to us on Substack. You don't even have to pay anything. Just subscribe to us on Substack.
Yeah.
And then you can decide later on if you want to pay something. Subscribe to us on Substack. And if you want to hear more of me, I co-hosted the Adam Carolla show that comes out this Monday. And you might be able to hear me on there fairly regularly coming up.
Word. And you guys can hear me on the Andy Ruther show if you want to hear me solo.
That's right.
Doing the solo vibes over there, enjoying it, and trying to give somebody $100. So drop a review over there. The old rating and review game. All right. Well, this was fun. Didn't think we'd be talking about some of the things we did, but hey, it's how the night pods roll, man.
That's right.
They're fucking off the rails. All right, guys, have a great night. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys on Monday. And as always, stay nerdy.